And welcome to another episode of BJ and Coffee. That's Bill, I'm Jim, and guess what? Yes, I am drinking some motherfucking coffee today.
And I'm drinking Mountain Dew.
Okay, I've got like 26 ounces of coffee up in this joint. Um, Death Wish Coffee, no less, our non-sponsor, because I still love my Death Wish coffee. Um,
If you
after we're
hear, just we've been recording way too late for me to drink coffee.
Well, after we're done here, I've got to run up to the wife's shop and give her a hand douching out the shop. It's been a minute since we've done a deep clean, so we're gonna do that tonight. If you want to find us, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BJ and Coffee. We're on Twitter at coffee_BJ. We are on YouTube. If you do a quick search of BJ and Coffee, you'll find us. We'll pop up like the hyper caffeinated motherfuckers we truly are. And of course, we're on all of your audio podcast outlets. You're welcome.
So you're going back to your wife's shop to do a deep clean. Is that what they're calling it these days?
Hey, you can call it whatever you'd like to call it. I say we're doing a deep clean of the shop, and if other things happen while I'm there, other things happen while I'm there, and I'm not going to say no. There's a whole new meaning to doggy style.
Thank God she doesn't watch this.
No, well, I've made the joke in front of her before, so it's not a big deal. um, the what a week it's been. I'm still adjusting to having a new job, which I've had for a few weeks now, and actually I think it's been like a month, 5 weeks. Damn, I'm impressed. It's like it's like all starts to blend together, and it's like, what the hell? How long have I been working at this job now? But it's actually not bad. It's just adjusting to working again. Um,
It's just you're hooking. It's okay.
yeah, I'm the cheap hooker they call when the car's got to move. Um,
That's what she said.
hey, let's see. Bills are playing tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So I got no news on that other than the fact they lost Tuesday. They're 4-1 though, so I'll take it for right now. I will take it.
And of course, my Steelers play against the Browns. We are now 5-0.
Yep.
Or sorry, 4-0. Is it 4-0 or 5-0? I
Let's
can't
see.
remember. I think it's 5-0.
Where was it? I was gonna pull it. Outstandings. We are still. Looks like we're still first in the AFC East, being 4-1. Oh yeah, we are. Wow. Jets, on the other hand, are 0-5.
What's new?
Um, Dolphins are 2-3. Patriots are 2-2. Bills are 4-1. Um,
Actually, Patriots 2-2. I believe they must not have been updated yet because they believe they lost today.
so that'll be 2-3, just like the Dolphins.
So they're 2-3 now. Yeah.
Okay, it may not have been updated yet. Um, but no, I'm good with that. I mean, like I said, I'll take top of AFC East. I'm good with that for now. Um,
It's all right. We're gonna be leading the AFC East after next week.
uh,
Steelers.
no, Steelers or AFC North, bro.
Doesn't matter. We're still gonna be leading the whole division coming
No,
at the end of the year. Wait and
we'll
see.
see. We'll see.
Wait and see. Buffalo ain't
Hey,
got nothing for us.
all I can say is the Bills are having the best year so far they've had in forever. So I am fucking down with that. Yeah.
And they'll have to play us. I think they got to play us yet.
I think they spanked you already.
No, they haven't played us yet.
Let's see. Where are we at? Okay, so
I think that's like the last game of the season, I believe.
that's right. The Chiefs beat. Oh, the Chiefs are tomorrow. The Titans beat the Bills. That was kind of like sad and depressing, but it is what it is, and it's going to happen now and then. But considering the year the Bills been having so far, we'll take that. Take that as a one-off day. As long as we spank the Chiefs, spank the Jets, which shouldn't be too hard since we already spanked them once.
I don't think they're not gonna spank the Chiefs.
I think you might be surprised. I've been doing a little reading.
Nope.
Um, I mean, they
Pat
got similar
Mahone and
records, but I will say that the the numbers game looks more. The numbers game is leaning more towards the Bills than the Chiefs, man. I mean, I'm looking at it right here. The I don't know. It's going to
will
be
they play them?
close.
Who they playing tomorrow? Wait, who's the Bills playing tomorrow?
The Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs.
Bills are not gonna. Bills aren't gonna win that game.
I think you'd be surprised. Go look at the numbers right now. You will be surprised because the Bills definitely got some better numbers going on than the Chiefs do.
Yeah, you can't go by those numbers.
Dude, all the people that do the sports book and the sports cast and the sports center go by those numbers. So don't be telling people they can't be going by those numbers.
Yeah, they go by those numbers, and those numbers are wrong.
No, not really. But
They also said that the Browns and the Steelers game today was supposed to be a close game. Guess what? Steelers blew them out of the water, 38-7.
yeah, so they have one of those days.
That's why I said I don't go by those numbers.
Dude, anybody can have a day that defies the numbers. Remember that. But the numbers are still the best way to follow. But speaking of numbers, everything everything's off this year because of COVID. Especially education.
Ugh.
Now, we all know about remote learning and all that. And this story that I'm going to bring up right now, it actually involves somebody who I am acquainted with, and I saw it first when he posted this on Facebook. And here's the thing: and I'm going to open with I'm going to open this with the opening of the article. It says, "Can you visit a friend or relative in another state for an extended period while your kids keep up with their classes and schoolwork online?" That is the question. Because Jeffrey Emmett, a single father of three, has two elementary age students in the Auburn City School District who have been learning remotely since September from their aunt's home in Missouri because they went for a summer vacation in Missouri. And since the kids are on full remote, they don't have to be at school physically. He said, you know what? The weather's nicer here. Let's just hang out here. Still owns a home in Auburn, pays property taxes and school taxes in Auburn, gets mail at the residence in Auburn. But the school district is saying that because they extended their vacation in Missouri, that they're going to kick the kids out of the elementary school district program. On Thursday, Mr. Emmett received an email from Camille Johnson, Auburn's assistant superintendent for student services, saying she has determined his two sons, quote, are not entitled to the public schools of the district, end quote. In the email, the administrator says Emmett told the district in late August the family had planned to return to Auburn from their vacation in Missouri over Labor Day weekend, but due to a wedding at the end of September, decided to remain in Missouri. The administrator says in the email the district allowed the two boys, a second grader and fourth grader, to continue remote learning. However, Emmett and his kids still haven't returned, and mail sent to him was returned to the district, the email says. It also states that Emmett told the district he didn't have a set date to return and told them he was renting out his home when possible on Airbnb. So, which Airbnb is not a long-term thing. It's a here and there. Somebody wants to have a place for a weekend. That's how they do that. So
Yes, I actually, to touch real fast on this article real fast, I actually just watched a podcast today called the PNY Voice. And he was on there with the host of that.
you froze up, Bill.
Her name's Stephanie. I can't remember her last name. Stephanie Jackson, I believe it is.
Yep.
I'm here.
Yep, there you go.
Would it freeze?
Oh. Yeah, you froze up for a second.
I watched the episode that they recorded with Stephanie Jackson, CNY Voice, and he was on there as a guest. and he had took his kids actually out of school to homeschool them that um, CNY voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the sounds of it, he didn't say much about the Airbnb. He did it the first part, and then he talked about how he was renting the house out in Auburn. So it sounds to me like the story might be a little misleading.
Well,
I don't know the full potential of what it is.
I say I'll tell you, I know Jeffrey. I've known him for a lot of years. I'm not saying I'm like best friends with him or anything, because that is not the case. But I will say this: he is one hell of a good father, and he's not moving out of Auburn anytime soon.
Well,
I'll
I'm
tell
not
you,
saying
he's. I mean, honestly, you can actually rent your house out. Even if you guys were going camping for a week, say you're going away for Labor Day weekend. I know we already passed that, but just run with it. You're going away for Labor Day weekend. You put your house on Airbnb for Labor Day weekend for a little extra income to cover the cost of going to camp for the weekend. And bam, there you
well,
go.
yes, I mean that is, but I'm from what I got from what he was saying too, it was just hard to comprehend of everything he was trying to say because it was at one point he was like, well, they're doing the remote learning, and the next thing you know, he took them out of school for homeschooling, and I'm like,
Now, what
which
he
one is it?
did was Auburn offers an option to do full remote versus the hybrids, 2 days at school, 3 days at home bullshit. And he chose to go with the full remote because he felt it would be easier on the kids than having to adjust their schedule every couple of days. Um, which I totally get. I think it's a better. I mean, if it at this point, it's a better choice. At least give the kids some day to day consistency. Um, but here's the thing: the administrator said his children, Aiden and Tyler, will be exited from the school district as of October 23rd. Um, he said the weather is nice at his aunt's home in Missouri and it's somewhat isolated, so he and his kids feel safe from the pandemic. Are you kidding me? He said, I never thought there was any problem. I pay my taxes and my mortgage, and my home is not for sale. I didn't move, and my kids do all their work on Zoom as I have chosen for them to be fully remote. I mean, he's these kids are ahead of probably 90% of the rest of the school kids in the country these days, especially in New York State. And the school's going to say, fuck you, you're done. All because he chose to stay where he was at versus and actually, hold on, I am going to check one other thing. Um Trev core quarantine states, New York. Um
Yeah, there's about 30 states on New York State
yeah,
travel
and I want
ban.
to see which states they are. Restricted states. Oh,
I know Georgia's on there because
Missouri. So here's the thing: if they came back from fucking Missouri, they'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks anyway. So what the fuck, Auburn? Um, so they couldn't do anything anyway. I mean, why are you going to want to come back just to fucking quarantine for 2 weeks when you can stay where you are with better weather and still get everything done you're supposed to get done as a student and a parent? It's Auburn School District, and it sounds like they're just having a bug up their ass for no fucking reason.
probably who knows.
Yep. Um, it's like um, Emmett said he told the superintendent he was renting the home temporarily. He says, "How do you make the conclusion I'm not coming back just because my house is on Airbnb?" He said. He said even before the pandemic, he would sometimes rent his home out on weekends during the school year and during the summers. He said he and his kids would have a getaway. So I want to know how long can you go away for? He said. I don't lie about it. I told them the truth because what does it matter? I'm not moving to Missouri. Legal officials said many residency cases are decided by the state education commissioner, and Emmett was told he can file an appeal to the commissioner as well. Emmett said he's called a lawyer but isn't sure what he will do. I guess I have to come back to Auburn, he said. And that was the end of the story. And yeah. So they're going to come back to Auburn, and they can't do anything anyway because they're going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks because of Governor Emperor Cuomo.
Yeah, I know. My wife and I were thinking about going to Georgia for Thanksgiving to, go see her family, her uncle and
Nope.
cousins and
Well,
stuff.
wait a
But,
second. Are you considered an essential employee?
well, yeah, I am actually.
And how about her? Is she considered an essential employee?
Yes.
Does not apply. Have a nice day. Enjoy your trip.
Well, that's true. But the only problem is we're not going there to work because we'd be flying.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Cuomo already set the precedent. When he went down to Georgia and was unmasked on camera up in people's faces, and when they came back and he said he wasn't going to quarantine because he was essential, dude, essential employees
Well, I agree
free
with you
from the
100%.
quarantine.
I agree with you 110%. But you know damn well it ain't going to work that way.
It does work that way. That's the thing. All you need to is show that you're an essential employee and they won't touch you.
But I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, it's beyond
So
ridiculous.
we
Get
just
over
we
this
just
shit.
decided to be like, you know what, we're just going to stay home because I'm not going to deal with the freaking rigmarole of, oh, you got to fill up paperwork saying where you've been the last 14 days.
Yeah.
It's like, really? It's like, I'm
Here
so
we are.
sick.
Exemptions for essential workers. Um, let's see. How long were you guys planning on going for?
That was, oh my God, it was, hang on, I tell you, I had it all planned. Supposed to be Wednesday the 25th, and we were going to come back on the Sunday the 29th.
Okay, so 4 days. So yeah. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, dude. Basically, it says seek. Basically, all you have to do is go down to the Syracuse Community Health Center when you get back and get a fucking COVID test, and then you're good to go. As long as it comes back negative, you're happy. That's literally all you have to do because you're an essential worker. Welcome to New York State, where nothing makes sense and Cuomo's a fucking dick.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Fuck that noise. I'm an essential worker. I'm gonna fucking go places if I want to. Fuck everybody. I wear my mask when I'm supposed to, so fuck it.
It's not about masks. It's just, I brother, we just said we'll wait.
See, I do everything else I'm supposed to, so fuck Cuomo. He's already killing this state enough as it is. I'm not gonna let him kill my damn spirit. I follow the rest of the damn rules. That one can bite
Just
me.
like, just like him and his fucking minions want to fucking pass a fucking another gun law that says you have to give your social media passwords to fucking the proper authorities for when you register for a gun. Otherwise,
That's what I have to say about that.
yeah, exactly.
They
Because
tried that a couple years ago, and everybody told them to go fuck themselves. I'll give
they're
them my
trying
passwords. I'm just gonna change
to,
them real quick.
exactly. Like, why would I give you my passwords? Well, it's to see if we feel that you're unfit to have a pistol permit, or if you have a pistol permit already, they can take in. If they don't like something on your timeline, they can take your pistol permit away from you. Really?
Yeah.
I can sit there and say, well, I think Cuomo's a dickhead, and they won't like that. And guess what happens? You'll lose your pistol permit.
Exactly.
And it had nothing about killing anybody. Jesus.
Yeah, they tried that a while back, and everybody told them to go fuck. I'll give them my password. I have no issue with that. But you know what? It'll be changed 30 seconds later.
Well, and now the new thing is they want to follow in California's footsteps with the whole green deal with the cars going to have to be electric. Everyone's going to have to own an electric car by 2035.
And here's the thing: we all know that I love my electric vehicles. I'm a big fan of EVs. However, I will buy one when I'm ready to buy one. I will build my electric motorcycle at my leisure. I will not be forced by a fucking government to buy a specific vehicle. They can suck my fucking nuts and lick the sweat from my fucking taint before I do that. Let me tell you how I really
and
feel.
it's not just that though, Jim. It's the fact of a lot of New Yorkers can't afford to go out and buy an electric vehicle.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. Is like, as soon as the government starts telling you what you can or can't buy for things like transportation and such, you're no longer in a democratic society. You are in a socialist society. Welcome to fucking Venezuela, New York.
You know,
Jesus.
and I got nothing wrong with electric vehicles. I I can't afford one,
Oh hell, neither can I. But I'm still intrigued by. I still love to look at them and read about them.
but I can't afford to go out and buy a fucking brand new fucking electric vehicle by 2035. That'll never happen.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, people. Wake up before it's too fucking late. Someone needs to do something about getting him the fuck out of goddamn fucking office.
That's what I keep saying. The wife and I keep talking. I'm saying, I told her, I said, get us. We got to get the fuck out of this state. It doesn't matter where we go. We got to get the fuck out of this state. This state is going to hell in a handbasket. It's going to try and take the country with it.
I
Because
did
here's the thing:
I did look at the data.
If Biden wins, allegedly Cuomo's going to be the Attorney General of the United States. This country's fucked. Period. End of story. Have a nice life because we're done, folks. I'm telling you that here and now. I have watched what he has done to this fucking state. If you put him in as any type of power for this country is eight kinds of fucked and will never come back from it.
And if he doesn't do the Supreme Court, there's been talk that he wants to run for president in
Oh, Attorney
2024.
General, not Supreme Court.
Oh, Attorney General. He also wants to take and run in 2024 for presidency.
I can't even right now. Like I said, he's already fucked this state. We're approaching socialism as it is, but nobody wants to admit that. Everybody wants
He's
to be
made
like,
the state broke with almost over, I believe it's 13 billion now. I think it is.
oh no, 18.6 billion as of this morning.
Oh, so it went up since 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
When I looked at it 2 weeks ago, it was at 13.5.
Yeah.
So it went up more.
Yep.
Lovely.
Um. Well, I mean, let's face it. This is New York State for you. Now, Syracuse holds a record in the Northeast for being one of the snowiest and coldest cities in the Northeast. Our average temperatures in the wintertime are colder than Anchorage, Alaska, folks. Just so you're aware of that. And our county executive, Ryan McMahon,
Oh God, I heard the
wants
story.
restaurants to offer outdoor winter dining to fight coronavirus. Might as well just close them the fuck down. Seriously.
Can you say carbon monoxide poisoning?
Can you say fire hazard? Can you say trip and fall hazard? Can you say hypo? God damn, my brain just said fuck you. Hypothermia, yeah, hypothermia. I mean, this is just a recipe for fucking disaster. Now, if global warming was as bad as all these fuckers want you to believe it is, we would have no problem with outdoor dining in the wintertime because it would be almost as warm as the summertime. But that is not the case. We are still one of the snowiest fucking areas in the goddamn Northeast, colder fucking temperatures than Alaska. Yeah, this makes no fucking sense.
And also the infection rate in our county alone is the lowest.
Exactly.
And it's been the lowest for the last, what is it, 2-3 months, maybe more.
And it's like, and with the issues that we have locally with intoxicated driving or driving under the influence or whatever the fuck you want to call it, they're saying, oh, you just have a cocktail to keep you warm. Yeah, then you run over some poor fucking kid on the way home who was trying to make a few bucks shoveling sidewalks. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, this is just lunacy at its finest. Lunacy at its fucking finest.
I've said from day one that McMahon did not know what the fuck he was doing with this whole pandemic.
No. And he's just trying to find ways to make up from the fuck ups from the state level. I mean, they're fining businesses for the state. Oh, and the state's taking away liquor license. I mean, fuck it. This state is actively trying to close
It
down
comes
the state.
it comes down to the point of the fucking these people that want to fucking sit there and keep turning these fucking businesses in
Nobody's gonna
over
want to open a business in this state anymore.
over maybe one or two people over.
Um,
I
you
mean,
know,
come on.
when when Home Depot is being fined $4,000 because they were spotted with employees that didn't have a mask on while they were out collecting carts. By the way, I checked into that. Um, and they're fined $1,000 for per store for 4 different stores. The county's just trying to make money. So now, if you or I have a small business and they try doing that, who's paying that bill? The customers,
Well,
because you know what? That's
let's
how that works.
let's look at the big chains here real fast. Let's look at Walmart. At one point, Walmart literally had one side of the entrance open, and it was the same exit you'd have to go out. Okay, so now you're literally contaminating one whole area because it was overpacked. At one time, I went there. My wife and I went there. It was overpacked. People going in and out, and I'm like, wait a minute here. Why are you doing it to where you have one exit and that exit is the same entrance? So you're cross peopling all the time.
Yep.
No. And why aren't they getting fined for stupid shit like that?
Because it's fucking Walmart. They've got a better lobby than Home Depot does.
Which Walmart has. How many entrances in there? There's like 3 or 4.
You have the food side, you have the health and beauty aid side, you have the garden shop side, and then if you count the automotive entrance as a store entrance, that's 4.
Okay, so why couldn't they break that down to have an exit for one side and an entrance for the other side, and it's totally separated from each other? And guess what? It's over 6 foot.
Because because Walmart is not the brightest company out there.
No.
I mean, obviously we didn't win with the fucking county. We haven't won with a county executive since Nick Pirro left office. And he wasn't perfect by any stretch, but he's a hell of a lot better than fucking Mahoney or what's her name, Joni or fucking McMahon. I will say that.
Joni Mahoney.
Yeah. Oh, what a fucking joke! I'm just gonna throw this out there. And
This is a joke.
Before people start asking, well, why do you feel that way? Let me put it this way. I spent 18 years working with county or Onondaga County Parks. And when there was a large event going on, County Executive Pirro walked around and walked up to every single sorry, dogs. Every single parks employee, thanked them for being there, shook their hand, told them to have a great day and keep up the good work. He resigns. Mahoney takes over. Every event she sets up, she has a tent set up that she sits in the entire time and expects people to come to her like some fucking queen or some bullshit, which explains why she and Cuomo got along so well.
Well, she also kicked a person too out of her campaign party that she had a few years ago. Remember that?
Yep.
Even though I probably would kick him out too, but that's just beside the point. You still shouldn't have done it. He didn't do anything wrong to you.
Yeah, well.
He is a dipshit. I'm not going to mention any names. But, I mean.
But anyway. Now we have Ryan McMahon, who is like that shiny kid that everybody's pretty sure is going to be the class president. And once he's the class president, he has no fucking clue what the hell he's doing. He thought he could do it, but he's really got no clue. And he's in so far over his head that anybody that throws him a life ring will be his best friend. And nobody's thrown him a life ring yet. So he's just treading the water as best he can.
You're going to throw him one?
Not doing well.
I could probably come up with better things out of my ass than fucking he can come up with.
Well, But anyway.
Like, yeah, let's have complete dining outside under a tent with fucking fire pits and
yeah,
fucking propane heaters. Great idea.
it's really just gotten to the point where it's it's like I can't even anymore. Um, I was looking to see if there's anything else here because I'm running out of shit right now, and I'm just running out of steam today because it just so much bullshit. Um,
COVID's taking over the world. The Chinese virus.
Here's the thing: is that everybody wants to blame COVID for all the bullshit. It's not the fucking virus's fault. It's the fucking government that decided to shut everything down and create this fake economic depression. Fake as in it was created falsely without need. And it's not an actual economic depression because it didn't happen because of fluctuations in the economy, but because of government intervention. And that's what I mean. It has fucked up so many lives. It has fucked up so many businesses. So many American dreams have just been stomped on and crushed and kicked past the curb because of the bullshit politics. Meanwhile, people like Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart are out there raking in the fucking cash. Jeff Bezos has a fucking shower that pours money out of it. I'm pretty fucking sure. He is goddamn Scrooge McDucking it every fucking day because of the amount of money. Meanwhile, your little mom and pop American dream businesses are falling by the wayside, getting shut down, penalized, tortured, and just discarded like an empty fucking beer can.
Well, and I talked to another buddy of mine the other day. Actually we had him here on our show, Jim, there, Nick, and him and I were actually talking about this whole COVID stuff, and him and we got talking and gotten to deeper into it and stuff like that. And even though the population in Sweden is a lot smaller than what we have here in the United States, they left everything open. Okay,
Yep.
they didn't close their economy down. Their economy right now is going stronger than ever. They're
Exactly.
they're, they're looking at us right now and fucking laughing at us. Believe it or not.
Yep.
Sweden literally they mandated masks. They mandated 6 foot distance. You know, they said that stores, restaurants, everything could stay open. Their numbers stayed low, but their numbers are their population's a lot smaller than us. But still, they they're having the same problems that we're having, but with the whole disease. But they're not shutting their government down and destroying their economy because they know that if they shut everything down, we're going to be they're going to be in the same predicament that we're in right now.
And that's the predicament that we're actually seeing right now are, double digit spikes in suicide and homicide that
Yes,
I mean, major spikes like we haven't seen in decades. We haven't seen spikes like this in forever. And that's what I've been saying all along.
suicide, homicide. What else? Wait a minute.
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence. You know, everything's spiked. It's going out of freaking control. And everyone's sitting there and saying, well, we need to find a way to stop this. You need to find a way to stop that. You want to stop it, then stop the bullshit of shutting everything down. Tell people to
Exactly.
stay home.
And that's the thing is that you know the government has created this situation. They never needed to shut down. The overall now, and as somebody who lived through an epidemic regarding a virus that we knew very little about, I started working as an EMT during the height of the fucking AIDS epidemic, man. Talk about a scary fucking virus that we didn't know shit about. AIDS, period. End of story. There ain't nothing like that out there. So this little SARS type bullshit comes along. No, this is a fucking joke. This is the government trying to control your lives, folks. And I'm not even going down a conspiracy theory road. There was no need for all this bullshit. None. We're losing more people to suicide and homicide than we ever even considered we could lose to this fucking virus.
And Biden wants to shut it all back down if he becomes president.
Exactly.
Well, let's go a little step farther real fast. President Trump came up with a deal and sent it in for this whole new stimulus package,
Yep.
$1.8 trillion dollars. Okay, sent it into the Senate. Nancy Pelosi got ridiculed by a bunch of her Democratic leader friends because she doesn't want it to go through. But yet there's
Oop.
hundreds and hundreds of Americans right now that are still without work that could use the $1,200, right,
Dude, I
to
haven't even
help
got
cover
the
bills.
first 1,200 yet.
Yeah, exactly. On that sweatshirt right there. Sorry.
What?
That yeah, thank you. The so she doesn't want to put her name on $1.8 trillion because it's not good enough for her. But yet the American people fucking need it.
Yeah, it's not good enough for her.
I
It
mean,
needs to be good enough for the American people.
it's fucking ridiculous. She's an evil fucking bitch. She really is. You know, I'm like, come on, really? Wake the fuck up. I mean, it came to the fact where even CNN even freaking like went after her.
Yeah.
Their own news media. You know, I'm like, holy shit. This is crazy. I mean, you know,
Yeah. It's
people, I'm sorry if you were out of work and need help. You know, trust me, my heart goes out to you. I mean, luckily I'm an essential worker, so I'm working. My wife's working. But for the people out there right now that aren't working or own a business, they just need help to, you know, make ends meet and pay bills because for some reason in your state you can't open up. It's not right.
yeah. The I mean, hell, look, I'm working again, but you know what? I took a 20,000 a year pay cut just so I can get back to working again. 'Cause I don't like sitting around. You know?
You know, my wife just told me, she goes, you know, even in her job right now, she's an essential worker. Okay, right? They're making cuts on her fucking in her job all the time. She's scared for her job.
Gotta love it.
Agency.
It's an agency, a nonprofit agency.
Yep.
They're making cuts all the time. And it's, guess what it is? It's not even the nonprofit. Believe it or not, it's New York State.
Exactly. Because New York State is broke because Andrew Cuomo fucked up our budget so badly that there's no way to come back from it right now.
And people that sit there, I love it when people are sitting there and almost done the best job for the coronavirus that any other governor.
But
Really?
however, our money's supposed to be helping mental health, and the mental health field has gone up in the needs of it by, I think it was up 75% of mental health cases, and yet they're making cuts to that funding for mental health.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What was the key word in that one? Mental health is up 75%.
Yeah. Here's the other thing of that is everybody, all these out-of-staters want to say how Cuomo's done such a great job with the numbers. Then why is our death rate 10 times higher than even the next closest state? 10 times higher than Florida.
I think we might want to look at the nursing homes. Just saying.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's people are seeing what they want to see, not what the actual facts, and that's the frustrating part.
It's ridiculous. Like I just don't. I don't get it with these Democratic governor leaders that sit there and want to keep things
Yeah, it makes
closed.
no.
And I mean,
It
it's
makes
not
no
just New
sense.
York; it's New Jersey. New Jersey's got it the biggest. You know, their governor, I don't think, has opened anything back up down there.
Exactly. And what's sad is I have friends in New Jersey that are like think he walks on fucking water, and it's like, you know, you don't realize just how bad they are making it for you. Well, oh no, the government will take care of us. No, they don't really.
there's a gym literally that took in. They didn't listen to the governor's orders because they do their private. Okay,
Yep.
so they're like, well, wait a minute here. They found a loophole in the whole like executive order from their governor.
Yep.
What is it? I think it's Murphy, isn't it?
I'm not sure who's their governor
I
is
think his
right at
name
the
is
moment.
Murphy, Governor Murphy. Anyways, they found a loophole in there, but now the governor has actually literally shut them back down
Oh, you
and
froze.
gave them like actual like tickets and fines and stuff like that.
Yep.
I'm like, are you kidding me? They found a loophole in your executive order.
Yeah, they don't. The government doesn't like it when you prove them wrong.
But I look at it this way: they can make a loophole work for them. Have fun. You know, they had family, they got kids, they were trying to raise and stuff like that, and trying to put food on the table for their family, and I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I believe that executive order actually stated private or not private, but popular popular gyms uh, that were open to the population, but it wasn't a membership. It had to be like you just kind of like Planet Fitness, even though it's a membership, but it's pretty much open to everybody in a way. Their gym, you literally for you to go in there, you have to show you have to be a member and be training with them, but they're also like a really huge high class like CrossFit training.
Yeah.
And they're like just two guys that own it. They're not like a big franchise like Planet Fitness.
Yeah, I gotta go and tell Planet Fitness they can cancel my damn membership because their new fucking hours don't work with my schedule. I'm a late night workout guy, and it's like they're not open past 10 now, and it's like if I can't, 10 is about when I would go up normally. Between 10 and 11 is when I would normally go up there to hit the
I know. I
fucking
used to
gym.
watch. Monday nights every once in a while. Monday nights I'd watch freaking Monday Night Football, and I'd order fucking I'd order like pizza
Bill,
or something like that. You can't even watch Monday Night Football anymore and order a fucking pizza because pizza places are closing at 8 o'clock.
He's gotta go out.
Domino's. Order
Are
from
they open?
Domino's. They're open late.
They're gross. Oh,
But-
Shane food pizza.
I'm over it.
Like I said, I mean, it's I need to find a gym that's conducive to my hours, and they're not it. So, what are you gonna do?
Find maybe the YMCA.
I got to find out who's open when and what's affordable.
Check the YMCA downtown.
See, that's the thing. I don't want to go downtown. I'd like to be close to home so I can just pop home, grab my shower, go to fuck to bed. That was why I liked Planet Fitness. It was literally 5 minutes up the street. I walk out the door, hop in the car. 5 minutes later, I'm home. I'm in the shower. I'm gone to bed.
Well, I get that. I mean, I understand that. I don't think there's any other gyms that are in the
Not
area
really.
that. But it's just fucking COVID pisses you off.
Yeah, I gotta shit. I gotta go tell them they need to cancel my fucking membership because their hours. I've been trying, but their hours just no.
Hey, drive over there with your fucking tow truck.
Which car is yours? It might not be there when you come out, eh?
Yeah. Oh, your car's off for repo, is it, huh? Hey.
I don't do no repo bullshit. Fuck that noise.
I was really seriously thinking about getting into that business one time. Becoming a repo man.
Yeah. Been there, done that. It's good until you get shot at.
And I was thinking, I'm like, I don't know. But anyways, get off the COVID case real fast. Quavo apparently picking Mickey D's. Here's my own meal. Quavo appears to want to be the next Travis Scott or J Balvin as far as hamburgers go. The Amigos rapper just posted some pictures of himself at a McDonald's where he ordered his to-go favorite meal. By the looks of it, this seems to be a direct plea to the Golden Arches for a partial partnership similar to what they've been doing with artists lately. Uh, Quavo's own meal deal would include a plain double cheeseburger uh, with their new spicy McNuggets, a medium fry, and some barbecue sauce.
It sounds
Okay.
like a that sounds like a heartburn waiting to happen.
Yeah, exactly. The line McDonald's employees could yell out to potential customers would be what you want. It has a nice ring to it.
Hmm.
Yeah, not really. He even posted an up close shot of what the food bundle looks like from his POV. It ain't exactly as professional and touched up as Jay Belvin's sponsorship shot or the Travis meal that kicked off this whole trend off. Um, for that matter, but hey, it's a starting concept. I went to McDonald's when they started this whole Trevor Scott thing, and I decided to. I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna get Trevor Scott meal just to try it. It was nasty. Now Quavo is trying to will and McDonald's deal into extension. There's a big problem from what we can see. Dude forgot to tag McDonald's. Come on, bro. That's marketing 101. You didn't tag McDonald's, you dummy.
Yeah.
Uh, Maybe someone should give this rapper some hints of what it is you're supposed to do. But
So
so
even I
Quavo,
know that. If I'm posting a picture of food, I'm tagging whoever the fuck the food is that made the food. They're getting tagged in that picture, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whatever. They always got to tag them, man.
I think it's kind of funny that now another rapper is trying to get their name out there on McDonald's and trying to actually you know to endorse them, I guess.
Yeah. Just that's what these kids need is they need to be told that like fast food is what they need to be eating. It's not like we don't already have a fucking issue with childhood obesity in this country as it is, because we're stuffing kids' faces with cheap ass fucking fast food that has no actual nutritional value. But what do I know? I'm just a fat old dude who's
Here's
losing
a
weight, by the way.
here's a here's another article I could read real fast that might actually be kind of comical. Uh, Joe Biden and Mr. Rogers' son agrees he's like my dad, and that's great. It's a beautiful day to be Joe Biden because he's being compared to Fred Rogers, even by the son of the legendary children's TV show host.
Wow.
It's pretty ironic, but the Democratic president nominee has senior Trump campaign advisor. Uh, I can't even pronounce this person's name. Anyways, to thank for this positive pod after she compared Biden Thursday's town hall to watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, of course.
I never once saw Mr. Rogers sniff the hair of an underage girl.
Yeah,
Period.
exactly. Of course, she meant it. She meant it as a bad thing. Uh, the the intent jab was a major fail, including misspelling Fred's last name, as Twitter folks immediately reminded her that Mr. Rogers is admired and beloved by almost everyone. His own son, John Rogers, tells TMZ comparing anyone to his father is a major complaint, not an insult. And Biden's worthy of the praise. He is saying he especially sees a similarity in the demeanor of the two men, telling us Biden seems gentle like his father. Gentle as in like smelling little girls,
Yeah, I don't get that.
and
But
speaks like him too.
no,
Huh?
Mr. Rogers was just low key. Fucking Joe Biden's dementia.
Okay. John says his dad had a lot of kindness and feelings for other people, and his ironic show was so special because he was incredible with kids, great to those who worked for him, and spread a wonderful message across the globe. John's not the only Roger family member to give props to Joe either. Fred's widow, uh, Joanne, described herself as a very big Biden fan last month and said, I think we all need something like Biden who can give us little pats on the back. If
And
Joe's,
sniffs of the hair.
I was just gonna say it. I was thinking it. I was waiting to see who was gonna say it first. The former
Oh
the,
God.
the former vice president called Joanne a little while later to thank her. On the flip side, she blasted President Trump for constantly lying and calling him a horrible person. Uh, we're guessing neither John nor Joanne need to wait until November 3rd to cast their ballots. Just a hunch.
Yeah.
Look, Mr. Rogers, I used to watch that show when I was a kid.
Yeah, same here.
And, Mr. Rogers, yeah, he was cool, calm, collective, knew how to, I guess, put his message across to kids watching the show. But that's what that was a show.
Exactly. Not real life.
I can't sit there and listen to their son and his widow to tell me that what he was really like at home or what he was really like around real people and that is studio people. So this story on TMZ, come on, guys, come up with something better. Jesus. I'm going to say it now. TMZ, get off Biden's dick.
Well, that's not going to happen. Who owns TMZ?
I'm not even sure.
Let's see. Warner Media. Warner Media LLC is an American multinational mass media and entertainment conglomerate corporation owned by AT&T and headquarters. So they're actually owned by AT&T. AT&T is known to be very whatever the hell Democrats are leaning.
Left
Yeah.
wing,
Yeah.
liberals,
Yes. Well,
Demo
see,
rat.
I won't go with liberal because liberal is not necessarily a bad thing. Liberal just means open-minded. Leftist, on the other hand, is a whole different story.
Demo rats.
Yeah, that too.
Well, I will give TMZ props on this one. I will. UFC's Daquan Barkley. Trump loved my wild knockout. That's crazy. Jaquan Barkley, incredibly spinning back kick KO has made it to the White House. President Trump was so impressed, he called Dana White and raved about it. Barkley Insane's takedown of Impala. Oh, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. At the UFC Fight Night 179 has exploded after being hailed as many as the greatest knockout in MMA history. In fact, Kanye West used the KO footage as the backdrop for his new song, Nah Nah Nah, which has already been viewed by millions of people. When we spoke with Barkley, he was stoked to get love from Yeezy, suggesting they could collaborate on a project together down the line, maybe down the road.
Yeah.
Even though Jaquan doesn't rap, hey, I can learn how to rap. Thought I can I can write it down real quick. I can come up with a couple of things. As for President Trump, Jaquan says he got a call from the UFC president Dana White after the KO, telling him his good friend personally called him up to tell him how impressive he was with the epic finish. And yeah, Jaquan says he was flattered by the compliment from the commander in chief. He's he's the world leader. At the end of the day, if anything, that's to good to have a person like that on your side, and to get this 26-year-old Barkley is still not a full-time MMA fighter. He has a job at Walgreens, though he admits he might have a cut back his hours to focus on fighting now. I'm still I'm still employed by Walgreens. I got to talk to my boss right now because I was supposed to head back on Monday. Barkley said he loves the Walgreens job, but his fighting career is exploding right now, and he knows he'll have to commit full time in order to compete in the highest level. The good news, Barkley said, his boss and coworkers are 100% supportive. Uh, they're just happy for me. I told them where I came from. They know my background. They know my story, and just to see where I'm at now, everybody's proud of me. Barkley is 11-3 as a pro and is now scheduled to take on Jordan Wright at UFCC's 255 next month.
Nice.
So I want to, hats off to President Trump real fast for reaching out to an athlete um, and congratulating him on a win. Um, and to see that an athlete like this is working, at a Walgreens, and the Walgreens bosses and management team are standing behind him to, you know, support his actual career choice of him being an actual professional athlete, is kind of amazing, you know.
Yep.
Um, so for once, I'll give TMZ props for an actually good article for once.
Cool. Well, that about wraps up the time frame for us. So I'm gonna hit our wrap up here because I just got a text from the wife asking where the hell I was because she's expecting me up at the shop to finish with a deep clean. So on that note,
Yeah, you know when I get to that.
yeah, well, because I got some other deep cleaning to do while I'm up there,
Hey.
Oh, sorry. Trying to drink my coffee too. Where the hell?
That's why he's drinking coffee right now, so he can stay awake for it.
Because I got some other deep cleaning to do. Yeah. Old school special effects, man. Old school special effects. Um, but yeah, so thank you guys for listening and or watching. If you're listening and not watching, or watching and not listening, you should try out the other one, because if you're watching, you can listen while you're driving, listen while you're working, listen while you're doing a bunch of other stuff. If you're listening, you can always watch us if you're bored and see our ugly hyper caffeinated mugs on your screen just to see just how bad we look. I got a little bit of caffeine now. Yee. Uh, once
That's
again,
only one cup. You should see me when I have 2 cups of that shit.
this is actually 2 cups in here, by the way, and
Oh.
I'm almost done with it. You can, once again, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BJ and Coffee. We're on Twitter at coffee_BJ. You can email us at bjandcoffee@gmail.com. And you can find us on YouTube with a quick search of BJ and Coffee. And of course, we're on just about every single podcast outlet going. So,
Yeah, so you know what? If you don't want to shoot us a message, you can also email us, or you could even take in
tweet at us.
tweet at us, email us, tweet at us, message us on Facebook, and you can also leave comments. I believe it is on YouTube.
Yep, that you can. But until then, be kind to one another. That's your homework for the week. Be kind to one another and see what happens.
You know, I'm going to add one thing to that real fast. You're going to be kind to one another. You know what? Do a good deed.
That's pretty much what I just said, and be kind to one another.
Well, you can be kind, but you can also do a good deed at the same time.
Doing a good deed is essentially being kind to someone.
Well, depends on how you look at it.
Trying to steal my thunder, Bill. Be kind to
Eh,
one another, folks. We will see you guys next week. Until then, try and
Have
have
a
a good
great week.
week. And we will catch you later.